summer has melted away and we are headlong into the fall season. As an archer, this is the time of year that you have prepared all year long for. Here in central PA, we had a long, hot summer. July and August were nearly rainless in our area. I had all my stands hung, but was particularly looking forward to hunting one overlooking a water source. Now, this water source was no big pond or a river or creek running through my hunting area. It was just a small natural spring, actually more like a glorified mud puddle. The trail camera in that area was showing a lot of activity, and I couldn't wait for opening day. Well, as luck would have it, we had nearly 7 inches of rain just days prior to the opening of the deer season. My glorified mud puddle had nearly lost all of its attractiveness for the deer, as now they had water nearly anywhere they went. Opening day came and I hunted the water hole anyway, I guess out of spite.
Well, it's opening morning here of 2010, Pennsylvania archery season. I'm settled into the tree here and it's just starting to break light now. I'm hoping for an exciting day.
Morning and evening hunts passed and I saw no deer. For me, the early season serves as 2 purposes. One, to get me back in the hunting routine, getting all my gear gathered, knowing which pockets I'm storing the stuff in, not forgetting my bow rope. Secondly, I like to harvest my doe in the early season. Whether you agree or not, it's a great way to hone your skills in real-life hunting situations. Later on in the first week, I finally had my first close encounter with deer right before dark. Although I elected to pass on these 2 fawns, I was happy to have the close encounter, and it was exciting nonetheless. Week 1 ended with just 1 or 2 more deer sightings, but either it was young deer or the shot opportunity didn't present itself. Monday of the second week provided me with a great AM hunt. As it became lighter, it didn't take me long to realize I was surrounded by turkeys. My mind was immediately taken back to a hunt that took place a number of years ago that started almost in identical fashion. Although that morning ended with memories that still last for me today, this morning's hunt ended with no more deer sightings. On Monday evening's hunt, the skies were becoming overcast and rain was predicted for the overnight and the next day. Well, it's October 11th. It's early in the second week of the season and we're actually heading out to my spot right now. The sun's kind of been poking in and out here all afternoon, and they're actually forecasting for some thunderstorms this evening. I'm hoping that'll get the deer up and moving, but I've been wrong before and time will tell. So we're slipping out here to my spot. I have a ladder stand I'll be climbing this evening, and hopefully we have some activity coming our way. I headed for a ladder stand overlooking a small food plot. Actually, it's more like a snack plot because of its small size. The evening started like most others, me getting settled into the stand and the parade of small critters making their way past my stand. As the evening withered away, I glanced over my left shoulder, only to see a doe fawn staring at me not 5 yards away. After I managed to turn on the camera and get it on the small fawn, I could soon hear footsteps of another deer approaching.
I'm sure I made a good shot on her. She made a high rear leg kick. That's a good sign. And I think I heard her crash up there. She caught me flat-footed. Luckily I had my bow in my hand, but I shot her sitting down. And that's the first deer I ever shot sitting down.
I was very happy and confident with my shot, and I was almost certain I could hear the deer crash soon after the shot. I climbed down from my stand and went and recruited my wife and kids to help me recover my deer. Well, we're back here with lights now. We actually have a thunderstorm rolling in here, so we're going to try and do a quick track job. Quite an eventful evening. Had two fawns actually and a doe. Not sure if you could see the one little button buck fawn come in or not. came in on me. I made a real good hit, was real confident with the shot, and I'm pretty sure I heard a crash up here, 99% sure. So, but we're still going to follow the blood trail.
Okay. The fortunes are still bloody.
She did carry it here about 30 yards, just where she started hitting the brush. It popped out, but soaked from one end to the other. So that's a good sign, and we're going to keep on tracking. She shouldn't be far from here. Like I said, from where I heard it crash, I'm guessing she might have went another 50 yards here. So literally plowed through this stuff. We're on our hands and knees here. Still good blood, very good red blood, but super thick. Just some of the thickest stuff you could possibly go through. Although I was confident it would be a quick find, ensuing circumstances were determined to change that. So we're going to keep following it here. Thunderstorm still lightning and closing in on us, but we're going to keep plugging away. The skies soon opened up and we were forced to retreat back to the house because of the heavy rain and the lightning. After the first storm had passed over, I headed back out knowing that I would no longer have a blood trail. Knowing the direction I had heard the crash was a huge help, and I soon found my doe on the second trip out. We had a thunderstorm roll through right as we were tracking on the blood. Totally washed it away. We actually had to back out, had to come in and get some little dryer clothes on. Another storm's rolling in here right now, and ran out quick in between the storms, and we're able to find her, and I really wanted to find her tonight yet if I could. Not saying the meet wouldn't have been good till tomorrow morning, but the sooner the better, and I'm really happy I found her. Made a good shot on her. Came out right in the opposite side front shoulder, and she might have made it 110 yards total. So it was a good evening. I'm really happy with the outcome. I was very happy to have one of my doe tags filled and was looking forward to what the rest of the 2010 season had in store for me.